Good morning. I just wanted to give you a little quick of what I call my home studio. It's a mess, but I thought it would be funny. So I just wanted to show it to you. So here we go. Aaron, here it is. So we're gonna start with the right and we're gonna move to the left. And this is just an overall view of the studio and what kind of disaster I walk into. And when I'm about to play some music or do some practicing. So I'm going to start here in the back. This is one of my most favorite things. This chrome looking drum set. I got this for my 16th birthday, and this is a combination of a Pearl Export Series and a Pearl World Series drum set, and it's called, here it is right here, Made in Taiwan Pearl Export Series. I'm just the highest quality drum set, very sarcasm, but just a really great thing for a 16-year-old who wants to play drums. And it's beat, it's pretty beat. And here, as you can see, this is a Pearl World Series tom. I think that's an 8-inch tom. The bass drum is in the garage. I haven't brought it in the house yet, but I probably should. And then the whole set would be probably up here to the roof. But I'm gonna have a video pretty shortly coming up. I have like 6 or 7 videos that I'm either editing or filming about different things. And I'm gonna try to put this thing back together with some hardware and some equipment. Down here is my kind of auxiliary extra stick bag. I don't really use these sticks too often. They're either backup sticks or they're broken sticks that I'm using for different things, or they're marching sticks, or they're timpani mounts I don't care about. If I have a broken stick, I give it to the dogs and let them chew on them. If it's a working stick, I throw it in there unless it's in my main bag. This is the snare drum to my Ludwig backbeat set. I never use it. It's not a snare drum I like to put in. And here is the Ludwig backbeat set. It's just a fun little set. The Questlove set. I picked this up at Guitar Center very inexpensively. I think overall it's just a very inexpensive drum set, but it sounds great. It looks pretty cool. It's just fun. It's I think I paid $200 for it, but I think I could use this on a gig for almost any reason other than a heavy-duty rock set. And it was just a fun. So if you're playing at a church, or if you're playing, you know, at a small venue, it's a great little set, and it sounds great. It's tuned up really good. Here's one of my lighting systems for my videos, haha. And then some stands that I haven't found homes for, but I probably need to get rid of them. So it takes you back here, and I've got, you know, just some small muffling for the walls, some sound dampening, and then I've got some backup cymbals in my cymbal bag. I've got a floating snare here. That's a Pearl snare. That's a PDP snare. And that's a Gretsch snare. All just kind of different sounds. I really don't use them a whole lot, but they're fun. Backup heads, brand new heads that I haven't opened up yet. I try to keep one backup head for my main set. That's my percussion bag. I keep my percussion items in there for when I play percussion. You know, they're timpani mallets, marimba mallets, xylophone, glockenspiel, concert percussion, snare sticks. Things like that. More of the fancy lighting system that I currently use, which my friends say it looks like you knocked over your lamp and put it on the floor. And I think that's a ukulele, whatever that is. I don't play that too much. And that brings us to the current drum set that I have set up, which is this right here. As you can see, I got a bunch of music here that I flip through. I do write a little bit of stuff, so I like to keep paper there in case I want to write something. And I've got a custom hybrid Splash 11-inch K, I'm playing some really cool hi-hats that I found secondhand at Guitar Center, but they're just fantastic. I love the way they sound. I don't know what they are. Master Sound hi-hat, custom A's, whatever that is. I've had this cymbal now for probably since I was about 18, 19 years old. It's a cool little crash cymbal. I'm exploring the difference between having this cymbal on the left side or on the right side. I haven't found which way I like it better, but it's a cool little crash. So right now I have both of the splash cymbal on the left and the fast crash 16-inch on the right. I don't know if that's going to be the final setup, but that's what I like to play with. I think most musicians, we like to, play around with different sounds and different ideas. Takes you to one of my favorite cymbals in the whole world, the 23-inch Sweet Ride. It's a K. I love it. It sounds great. I give the bell a B. I don't love the bell. It's not the most amazing bell ever, but I do like the bell. If I ever needed a second ride, I would only use the second ride for the bell, because the bell, like I said, is a B. But as for the whole cymbal, it just sounds so great. And then this is one of my newer acquisitions from Guitar Center. It's a medium thin A, 20-inch. It sounds fantastic. I love it. It's really, really cool. And I'm exploring having it over here on the right side of the drum set. And that takes us to the drums itself. So I try to keep minimal stick bag here with some brushes and some small other items. I try to keep a really good fresh pair of sticks in the bag. I don't like to have any chips in the bead or in the tip. And for different ideas and different things I'm working on, I have different brushes or hot rods. And then I have my SE inner ear equipment. These are 215s, I think, but they're great. I love them. And of course they plug into my Mac, which I keep right here on a really, really cool percussion stand that we found on Sweetwater. And it deserves everything you can positive say about it, because it is super, super cool. You can just use this. It's called an on-stage percussion stand, and it is just fantastic. It is just amazing. That takes you to my drum set. I have a 4-piece drum set on this right here, and it's a DW set. It's a design series. It's not what I would consider my end-all be-all drum set, but for my budget and for my what I'm playing right now, it's more than enough. I've had it about a year, and it's just been fantastic. I have the original heads on here still, the Remo original heads with some Evans E-ring dampeners, and I have also some sticky gluey type dampeners on there for the floor tom, because the floor tom I'm almost happy with the way it sounds. And then I have a lot of DW equipment on this, DW stands that I'm using, because DW just makes fantastic stands. And then currently I have 3000 DW 3000 pedals, which, is it the player or is it the pedal? That's the ultimate question. And I think it's the player, but I think I want to upgrade these pedals right away because I'm not completely satisfied with them. This is a 9000 series snare drum stand, and I'm telling you, there's not a better snare drum stand in the world than this stand. You can turn it to any angle, any way, any design, any shape, anything you want, and it'll give you everything you could possibly want. This Ludwig snare drum is a 13-inch snare drum that I just picked up, and it was a couple $100, I want to say, at Guitar Center. I didn't mean to buy it, but I happened to buy it, and it was just a really, really cool snare drum. I really need to change the head on it. I have a head video that I'm working on and planning, but I haven't done it yet. but it's a really, really good snare drum. It's probably my favorite snare drum right now. I'm not a person that's invested a lot of money in the snare drums, but it's a really, really cool snare drum. And just wanted to show you the inside muffling of my bass drum. That's something that was really cool, something I learned from a professor. I've got the 2 DW pedals in there, and then I've got some foam that is made for insulation of, I think, a hot water heater. And that stuff bounces around when you hit that bass drum. But it's really, really cool, and that bass drum sounds really great. And like I said, I'm really happy with this DW Design series. I love the high tom. I love the bass drum. I'm almost in love with the floor tom. It's almost there. It's not quite there. I need to do a little bit more homework on it and playing around with it, and then I'll be good. And then just for dampening, I have more wall covering and a love seat, as they call it. And the love seat really adds a lot of dampening to the room. I have a Roadrunner rug, which I think is fantastic. And then, you know, it rolls up and it cleans up real easily. It doesn't stick to anything. And then I have some miscellaneous stands, the boom stand for the compressor mic, and some camera stands, and then of course some extra equipment in here that I'm still working on finding a home for. But that's the tour, a current tour. It's not a finished product, but it's something I'm working on. And it's gonna be a lot of fun to continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.